Today we're going to calculate how much we need to invest to make $1,000 per month of dividends. I have created an Excel table on which we will run several different scenarios. Making $1,000 a month would depend on two things. As the title suggests, the first thing is the size of our investment, and the second thing is the average dividend yield of our portfolio. If you don't understand what dividends and dividend yield is, make sure you watch our previous video which provides a quick explanation with examples. Now, investors that are more interested in growth stocks may have a mixture of low dividend companies such as Apple or Microsoft, or index funds like the Vanguard 500, and thus reach an average of about 1 to 1.5% dividend yield in their portfolio. However, other investors may rely more on several stocks that could be considered more unstable but offer considerably higher dividend yields, such as AT&T, IBM, Altria Group, or even real estate investment trusts like AG&C, offering a 10% dividend yield. And then, of course, you can have a portfolio with a mixture of everything, giving you an average yield of about 3 to 4%. It really depends on you, and it goes without saying that nothing in this video is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and so you must do your own research before carrying out any investments. So let's run some different scenarios. And by the way, if you want me to send you this Excel sheet, make sure you leave a comment and email us at curiousischannel@gmail.com. Now say we have not a necessarily conservative, but an investor that is more focused on growth stocks. His portfolio could be at around 1% dividend yield. And obviously that gives us a total investment needed at $1.2 million for a $1,000 monthly income. But then the magic happens when you start diversifying your portfolio with some stocks that offer higher dividends. For example, if we increase our yield to 2%, it's going to be divided by 2 to $600,000. And then we can start going even higher to companies that offer above 3% dividend yields and they're also quite stable. Companies that are part of the Dividend aristocrats group. Now, a dividend aristocrat is a company that has paid and increased its dividend every year for at least 25 consecutive years. And such stocks are Coca-Cola, AbbVie, ExxonMobil, Pepsi, and they can really help increase our dividend portfolio yield. So let's say we use these stocks to take our dividend yield to 3.5%. Then we already drop our investment to $340,000. And then obviously with a 4% dividend yield, we get to an even $300,000 investment required. So already we can see that we can make $1,000 a month in a relatively stable portfolio with a $300,000 investment. But then as mentioned, there's companies with much greater yields at 5, 6, or even 10%. With a 5% yield, our investment drops to $240,000. And if we keep going up to 6 or 7 or 8% yield, we need an investment of $150,000. And then just to simply view the number, if we invest everything to companies offering 10% yields, we would obviously need to invest $120,000. Keep in mind, however, that the greater the dividend yield, the more the risk and the more unstable the stocks. So you have to make sure you do your research before investing in any company, and especially if the dividend yield is unrealistically attractive. Then, of course, in order to get your net monthly income, we do have to consider tax. I have included a tax column over here for you to play with. You can simply modify your tax rate on the formula to get to your net monthly income. Now, in our next video, we're going to calculate how we can retire from dividends. So make sure you subscribe to get notified when we post it, because we're going to analyze and calculate in how many years you can reach your financial goal by taking into consideration the stock as well as the dividend increases or decreases. Because you always have to think that stocks as well as their dividends can fluctuate and thus change your investment required to be making $1,000 a month. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, I'd greatly appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, stay curious.